Hello and welcome. In this video, I will introduce you to some assets you will need to develop your website. Assets are various components you will use in building your website. Let's take a look at some assets. We'll start with a text. You need to know what text you want to use. For example, paragraph, title, list items, and so on. You can choose the theme color by using any free color picker tool. For example, webpagefx.com. There are so many color picker tool. Just do a Google search for color picker tool. You can select a color by its name or by the hexadecimal or hex values, which is something like this here. This is what is called the hex value. So the idea is to go through and just pick out whatever color you need. You can play around with these. Once you find the color you need, you can just copy the hexadecimal values into your code editor. You also need images, but you must be careful not to just grab any images you see on the web because they may be copyrighted. However, there is a good website called unsplash.com that allows you to use its images for free, but they do ask if you could give the owner of the images some credit. It's not mandatory, but it's useful to acknowledge if you do use any of their images. This is unsplash.com and they have lots of free images you can use. All you need to do is you don't necessarily have to log in. You can just explore by clicking on these three dots here. And you can just go and there's option for you to search depending on what type of images you are looking for. You just type in whatever you're looking for. For example, if you're looking for something relating to beaches, you just type in beaches and it has different images that comes up, and there should be an option to just download and you can just give the credit. When you click on this download link, there's an option here to tell you say thanks, and so that means you can copy this. When you click copy, that means it will put a reference on your web page to this image so they know who created the image. So I strongly recommend you give credit to whoever has designed the image if you decide to use any of their images. Another asset you are going to need is fonts. So you need to know what type of fonts you'll be using for your website. Google has a collection of fonts, quite a big library. So you can go there and just look through the fonts and see whatever one you like. If you do find one you like, you can reference them inside your code editor. This is the Google font homepage. So the idea is it gives you a sample of what the fonts is going to look like. So you just look through, and if there's any fonts that you like, you can just take note of the name and then you can reference that from the link inside your code